I'm the Fire Guardian. I just recorded this back to back in the same day, so I hope I can actually get these up pretty quickly. But hi, I'm back with another video, and today we're just gonna go with Reginald. Now, if I get another bad ending after this, I'm just gonna have to look up the guide. Apparently, I'm just really bad at getting good endings by myself, which is unfortunate. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I was thinking the same thing. Wait, what? What did I say? Besides, I wanted to see you. I thought it would be nice to talk again since last time we talked about books. Okay. Oh, and speaking of books, before I forget, Reginald handed me the book from the other day. Don't worry about checking out from the library. I told them I'd be giving it to you, so I had them extend the due date under your name. Oh, thank you, I think. I'm surprised they let you do that. Anyways, why are you here? Are you missing someone? I know it hasn't been too long since the funeral service, so... Oh, heavens no. Sorry if I made you think that. I'm just here for business. Business? Do you work at the cemetery? Because I've never seen you around here before, you know? Oh, no. I agreed to meet the caretaker here since they couldn't get off work. Yeah, see, I'm a coffin maker. Is this the same? No, it's not. Oh, you're a Look at how excited she got. You're a coffin maker? You never told me that. Wow. That's really neat, actually. Are you impressed by that? Well, you know, I'm really into these things, you know? I'm always here for a reason, after all. I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you sooner then. If you really like coffins, I can show you a few I've designed. I have a portfolio back home, but I'm sure I have a few pictures on my phone I can show you too. Oh yes, please do. I'd really love to see. Okay, it seems like these two are probably actually made for each other. Reginald showed me a few pictures on his phone of some coffins he's made. They're also detailed and intricate. They seem personalized to the person they belong to. I was taken aback. I could have stared at them all day if he let me. Wow, those were really beautiful. You really made those? I'd love to be buried in one of those one day. Was that weird? Oh, no, you flatter me. I'm happy you like them so much. What's with that look? Oh, what look? I wasn't making a look. Sorry, I just had a sneaking suspicion. But, no, I'm sure I'm wrong. Suspicion? About what? Oh, I was just thinking that you want me to design a coffin based off of you too. Wait, are you serious? I mean, I know I don't need it right now, but I'd be so happy if you did. I mean, we hardly know each other, and that's so generous. Oh, it's nothing really. I thought someone like you would appreciate that offer, and I could always see it. And I could always use a new muse. Oh, it'd be my pleasure, especially if it would make you happy. You just have to promise you won't go dying on me anytime soon. Oh my gosh. Sorry, the idea of it is just so flattering. Do you really think I'd make a good muse for one? Absolutely. And when we met, I remember you telling me how much you loved this place. Who could be better for inspiration for my next work? I know you love the cemetery. So we can stay here for a while if you want. But we'll have to leave for my lunch break soon, if you're still willing to join me. Oh, right. We can go whenever you like. Although I do feel bad. Carvin invited me to lunch today too. Who's Carvin? Oh, just the boy I live with is crazy. The boy I live with. That's hilarious. He's my cousin. I mean, we're not actually blood related. Oh, we're not blood related. Okay, because I was confused about that. And we're not like in-laws or anything either. His family has just always known. Oh, so y'all childhood friends. No, that's actually really freaking sweet. This is so sweet. Oh my gosh, I love their dynamic even more, knowing they're not even like related. Oh my gosh. His family has just always been really close to mine ever since we were kids. Okay, so they were like family to y'all. You weren't actually related. I feel that. Because I had childhood friends that like I call their mom and dad, aunt, uncle, and like I saw them as like a cousin, even though we weren't related. So I call him cousin, even though he's not one. Though sometimes he can feel more like an annoying older brother, especially with his nasty attitude lately. Oh, nasty attitude. Yeah, he's been very easy to upset lately. Though I guess I can't really blame him. And I know I don't really help. Well, I think you made the right decision to come here instead. Oh, okay. You do? Absolutely. You shouldn't force yourself to be around someone who's making you feel so bad. I mean, he's not that bad. Really, Mary, you have to take care of yourself, you know? So let's go somewhere where you don't even have to think about it. Don't worry about a boy like that. That boy is family, sir. And if he ever really gets on nerves, you can always give me a call. I won't mind. I understand how frustrating some people can be sometimes. You mean that? Thanks, Reginald. That means a lot to me. Of course. Come on now, let's get going. Oh, and on the way, maybe you could recommend one of those shoujo mangas to me. I've been reading to find one to read. No, wait, I'm gonna be upset because I read that his ending is actually really sad. I'm not gonna be able to play this. I know this video is gonna be really short because I think my husband's probably gonna call in like 30-40 minutes. Reginald and I went to find somewhere to eat on his lunch break. Even though I hadn't known him long, he was treating me as if we were always friends. It was a strange feeling, but I can't say it was one that was unwelcome. Red flag? Red flag. I think that's a red flag. He talks so casually without pauses or hesitance in his voice. I couldn't understand why. It just felt so bizarre. And not even in a bad way. Maybe I'm still not used to making friends. No, see, something's off. See, this is something I had to learn very recently, actually. That sometimes that little weird feeling that you feel means that something's off. And the person doesn't have to be like a bad person. It just means that you don't mesh. And that's okay. But I was glad I had the chance now with someone who, before we could decide on anywhere to go, Reginald received a phone call. It was a client of his. He looked at me apologetically and told me he had to leave right away. I told him it was alright and we parted ways. After he left, I headed back to the cemetery. I didn't see anyone else there for the rest of the day. I never know if it's a good thing anymore. When I got home that night, I did my usual routine. And to finish it off, I plopped on my bed and took out my phone just like usual. Hi. Hello. Can we talk about that thing you said the other night? Okay, yeah. And Reginald? What are you doing here? Oh, I just happened to be walking by when I noticed you in there. Is everything alright? Oh, yes. Everything's fine. She wasn't like a family member or anything like that. Oh, that's a relief. It's always a sad thing, is it not? Yes, it is. It's okay. I know you don't see it that way. Huh? Huh? Well, since you're here, yeah, he's a weirdo. 'Cause what do you mean? Sir, I've gotten no clues to this mystery number thing, and that's really what I want to know. Also, I want to know about what the heck Crowin and Twilight got going on. Would you mind helping me with something? Oh? I was just about to head down to the store to pick up a few things. Just some screws, nails, a hammer or two. Just some stuff I'm running low on or need to replace. You want my help for this? I'm not very educated in tools and all. Oh, no, that's alright. You don't need to be. I just appreciate the company is all. But if you'd rather not... Oh, no. I mean, yeah, I can come. It's not like I have anything better to do. Lovely. Come with me. I hope you don't mind that we'll have to walk. I would have brought my car, but it was too nice of a day to pass up the chance to walk. In the rain? Rightly so. A little water never hurt anyone. Well, I guess you've got a point. Reginald's logic didn't really make any sense to me, but I decided to accompany him to the hardware store anyways. It's not like I ever go there, so it'd be a nice change of pace. Couldn't think of it, I didn't actually know where the hardware store was located until Reginald showed me. I guess it's good that I know now. If someone asks me where the hardware store is, I know how to answer. It wasn't too far away from where we were, but felt like quite the walk since I didn't know how to get there. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I've ever actually been in the hardware store. As Reginald held the door open for me, the smell of fertilizer wafted forward. Quite intense. We entered into what looked like the gardening section. Well, here we are. Thank you again for coming along. I do appreciate it. Yeah, of course. Thank you for inviting me. It's nice to go somewhere different. Oh, what is that you need to get again? Oh, I've got a list in my pocket, actually. Hey, would you like to turn it into a game? Oh, how do you mean? I'll split the list in half. We'll take each half and look for the items on our own. Then we'll come back here when we're finished. If you get here before me, I'll reward you. Reward me? Reward me? I'll get a prize? Something like that. But you'll have to beat me first. Okay, I think I can do that, maybe. Let's do it then. I watched as Reginald ripped his list in two and handed me one half over to me. Fair warning though, I know the store like the back of my hand. Hey, I might still win. After that, Reginald went on his own and left me with the sheriff's list. If I can win, I will win. Let's see here. Antifreeze, an axe, tape measure, rat poison. Well, that's not very nice. I'll mention that to him later. For now, I had to get the things on the list. What do you need an axe for? After all, I now had a challenge to win, but I didn't anticipate how big the store was. It already looked big from the outside, but now I was walking in it. It was huge. What's with this music? It was a weird feeling, walking in here by myself, especially considering I didn't really come to these places. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was so empty. I didn't even see any workers around. Despite that, I kept hearing footsteps. Reginald? I called out. No response. What am I doing? This place isn't scary. I'm just gonna get the things he asked me for. What was on the list? Wait, hey, where'd the list go? Did I drop it somewhere? Oh shoot, what? That's okay. I'm pretty sure I remember what was on it. I'll just have to get those things and find my way back to the front. I just have to get... What? I picked up a gallon of antifreeze. Should I get this blue one? Or wait, maybe he wants the green one? Maybe I'll ask him later. No, you wanted rat poison. I picked up a bottle of rat poison. Axe. I picked up an axe. Is this the right kind? I mean, he's using it for wood, right? So this should be good. What else could you use it? What wood? What else could you use the axe for? It's heavy. I think that's it. I'm gonna look at the history though. Measuring tape. I grabbed a roll of measuring tape. I always used to play with these when I was as a kid and try to see how long I could stretch it. Okay, that's it. I picked up what I thought he'd need and decided to just head back towards the counter. After all, if I took too long, I would lose the race. At least I knew my way back. At the very least, I got to the meeting spot before Reginald did. I only had to wait for a minute before he showed up. Ah, so you made it back before me. Well done. Well, do you have everything? Yes, here you are. Oh, you did get it all. And just the brands I like, too. You haven't been spying on me, have you? After making sure Reginald had everything he needed, he and I headed to the front counter to pay for it all. One by one, he put his stuff into the conveyor belt and slowly began to move across as the cashier began to scan it. You got quite a bit of stuff, Reginald. I feel bad. Oh, what's that? Well, you don't have a car with you, and now you gotta carry all these things, all these bags back home. Don't you want me to help you? Oh, don't worry your silly little head about that. A little fresh air and exercise does me some good. You're not even going to take the bus? No, I'm quite alright. Reginald, can I ask you something? Yes, of course. Is everything alright? I know why he got the rat poison, so... He legitimately has rats, so why do you have an axe? Yes, I did. My job requires me to have a lot of wood. Oh. I know what you're worried about, though. You do? You're worried I'm going to hurt myself, aren't you? That's nothing to worry about. I've done this kind of stuff before. I just happened to break the, old one last time. Oh, alright. Hey, do you want anything? Huh? They've got a shelf over there with some candy. I don't mind buy you a chocolate bar if you want. Oh, no, that's alright. You don't have to. Are you sure? I mean, is that supposed to be my prize for winning the race? No. I'm still thinking about what your prize should be. But since we're here anyways, might as well, right? Consider it a thank you for spending time with me today. Are you really sure? Of course I am. It's just a candy bar, it's not a big deal. In that case, thank you. Reginald brought me a chocolate bar. It made me very happy. I made sure to thank him for it, even though he insisted it was his thanks to me. After we left the store, Reginald had to head home, saying he had to drop his tools and stuff. He said he felt bad not being able to invite me to do more. I told him it was completely okay. He didn't need to do anything. I had a nice time today. Time must really fly by, because when I checked the time afterwards, we were already well into the afternoon. I ended up heading home a little early that day. I didn't have much else to do outside, so I went home. I read some books and made myself dinner and then put the leftovers in the fridge. And then I washed up, put on pajamas, and well, do I even have to explain what I did after that? What? Who's texting me so late at night? Mary. Huh? Are you awake? I understand if you aren't, of course. It's a bit late, isn't it? But whenever you read this, do respond. Reginald? Why are you up so late? Oh, hello. Don't worry about that. I just thought of the perfect prize for you. This dude is so silly. And I have to tell you as soon as I possibly could. Really? What is it? You let see my work the other day, right? Unless you were just flattering me. Anyways, I was thinking you could come to my workshop, and I could show you how a coffin is made. At least the way I do it. I thought it'd be a nice idea if you're into it. You're serious? I'm allowed to come, see? Of course you are. I wouldn't have invited you otherwise. Then, yeah, I'd love to see. I think that'd be really cool. Thank you so much. Of course. I'm often alone, so it would be nice to have some company. Here, I'll send you the directions momentarily. Okay. Reginald gave me the directions to his workshop, and we made plans to meet there in a few days. I always wondered what went into making a coffin, so I was plenty excited to see it for myself. There's only so much you can read online about stuff like this. Being able to experience it firsthand would be something entirely different. Honestly, it was a bit hard to contain how giddy I was. I feel like a kid again, excited for a field trip the next day. Well, maybe back when I went to school with other kids and all. Anyways, I was still excited. And after feeling like I had been waiting forever, they finally arrived. Getting off the bus at the closest shop, I walked to the location Reginald told me I should go. He told me it was a bit ways off the sidewalk and not too close to many buildings. It had honestly felt like I walked into a whole new city. It definitely wasn't as brick and mortar as back where I used to being. There were so many trees and buildings were there were so many trees and buildings were so spread. The grass grew in such a way that it didn't feel overgrown, despite reaching a bit above your ankles. I walked down the town's cracked sidewalk until I came across a pebble path, and following it down, I caught sight of Reginald's workshop. It was so old-fashioned. It was big, but completely made of wood. Almost looked like its own little cottage way out here, but it was charming, and I liked it. Cool. I went to the door and gave it a few gentle knocks. I didn't hear anything at first, but then Reginald opened the door. At first, he had a not so happy expression on his face. It was whoa. It was only for a split second, but I noticed it before it changed. Mary, you're here. Come in, come in. So glad you could make it. Oh. I took a step into the workshop. It was so cozy in here. There was such gentle sunlight flowing in through the windows, and the smell of sawdust was prominent in the air. But it was a good kind of sawdust smell. It smelled like productivity and hard work. I actually just started my break, but you're free to look around and ask about things in the meantime. Are you sure? I don't want to bother you on your break. Oh, nonsense. I can't think of a better way to spend my free time. So anything you're curious about? Why did you look so upset? Oh my gosh. That was hilarious. There's a lot more woodsy than I expected. Oh, you think so? Oh. Haha, yes, I do prefer to keep things a little more natural out here. It takes a bit longer, but it's more than worth it in the end. Better for the environment as well. These are your work clothes? Oh yes. Do you like them? Oh yes. They look very nice. But your hair is a bit loose, don't you think? Yes, you're not the first to say that. But it's hard to control it all, and I can't bear to cut it. No worries though. I assure you, I haven't had an accident since. And if I do, then you could just tell me you told me so. What is Reginald actually? Because I realized he doesn't... I feel like when that intruder came, and I was like confused because I was like, wait, does Reginald have antlers? I was like, wait, this person has a flat hair top, and Reginald doesn't. But like, he could have pulled his hair down, or maybe not. I don't know. Are these new tools working for you? Extravagantly so. I think that's because I had you helping me that day. Are you secretly good luck charm? I think I feel more like the opposite if I'm honest. Oh, come on now, don't say that. You haven't let me down yet. Are you always alone here? Oh, not always. Okay, just about always. But it's alright. I don't mind it. I get to meet up with some others when they need bases and all. So I'm not always alone. So don't worry about it. Besides, are any of us ever really alone? Huh? He winked at me after saying it. Is that your work in a bag? Indeed it is. It's just a base right now, though. Nothing too special about it yet. I think it looks pretty good, though. Especially since it's not like I know how to do any of this stuff. Well, if you like, you could take a step inside. You could be my little... Reginald. You're being weird again. Oh my gosh, of course she likes it though. Whoa, really? Sure, I mean, have you always wanted to know what it's like to actually lie in one? I know I have. Yeah, these two are made for each other, bro. Yeah. I'd like to try it if it's okay. Of course it is. I wouldn't have offered otherwise. I stuffed into the coffin. Even though it was standing upwards, I crossed my arms as if I had been lying down in it. Reginald gave me a teensy wave as he lifted the lid and placed it over the coffin, and commented me in the darkness inside. How's it feeling there? It's cozy, I think. I'm sure it'll be a lot cozier once it's finished. This is so strange, bro. Maybe we'll add some nice cushions and a shiny finish to really put it over the top. Heh, yeah. I always did wonder what it feels like in those. I guess you'll have to let me try it again when it's finished. Hello? Reginald? There's no way. You're still there, right? Hello? No. Guess I'll just let myself out then. Huh? Huh? So everybody's a weirdo. That's so nice to know. I pushed on the lid in front of me, but it didn't budge at all. I pushed harder, but to no avail. Reginald? Can you hear me? I'd like to get out now. Huh? Hey! How much air is in here anyways? I tried pushing again, no use. And no matter how much I yelled out to him, it seemed as if Reginald had just vanished. Hey! Let me out, please. This is what you get for trusting this weird man when you say he was bizarre. I felt pain surge through my wrist as I did so, but still I did it again, and again, and again. Help me! Please! Let me out! Let me out! Please! I can't get out. Please! Yo, is he trying to kill me? Or is he gonna let me out? Bro, you about to get a fist to the face. Cause what happened? I know you didn't just put me in the coffin and then walk out for a minute and then come back. Finally, I was let out. I struggled to catch my breath as I was met with the face of Reginald, who looked quite shocked to see me in such a state. Mary? What happened? Are you alright? Where were you? Didn't you hear me screaming in here? No, someone had knocked on the door. I figured you'd be able to get out on your own, so you look shaken. Just a little bit. I just got so nervous when I couldn't get out. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry for mistrusting you, Reginald, but you are a weirdo. Really, I'm so sorry. Today was supposed to be nice, but I shouldn't have left you alone. I'm sorry. It's just crazy that you didn't open a coffin before you went to the door. I'll make it up to you, okay? Yeah, you better. You don't have to. Yes, he does have to. I feel bad. It wasn't your fault. Yeah, it was. It is my fault. Besides, I won't feel good about it unless I do something to make it up to you, okay? It's just how I am. I stayed for about less than an hour after that. It became pretty awkward after my little panic. Reginald still looked like he felt really bad. I told him I let him work in peace. He told me it was okay if I wanted to leave, but he'd like to see me again soon. We said our goodbyes and I left, not wanting him to feel any worse over it. I didn't do much for the rest of the day. I had, planned around this. But now I didn't feel up for doing much at all. I went back home and decided to just relax. I was sure that once I was fully calm, what happened today wouldn't seem that bad at all. So I spent the rest of my evening at home until it was time for bed once again. What am I asking? Are you there? Okay. What? No, something different. Go ahead. What am I asking? Different questions. Is there a reason for this? There's a reason for it? Okay. You about to piss me off with that. Are you trapped? What do you mean by that? What you're doing right now, is it because you want to? Or do you not have a choice? There's always a choice. Even though that choice is to do nothing. But the choice I've made was with the best intentions in mind. Yeah, uneventful days. And that was fine too. On the third day it was raining, so I decided I would stay home. Decided to finally take out the manga I got from the library. I hadn't started yet, and today seemed like the perfect day too. I lit the fireplace as I cuddled up with a blanket next to it, expecting to spend quite a while sitting here. It was a thick book, but I was sure I could finish it all in one sitting. As for its content, well, it wasn't the best manga I had ever read, but it was still really interesting and captivated me nonetheless. The story was... I'm about to skip through this because now this little crackling fire is triggering me right now. Why does it look like Croven? And low-key Mary? What the heck? Hold up. What's going on? The main boy was hopelessly in love with the main girl. That was obvious enough from the start. Despite this, he didn't want to be her boyfriend. In fact, he didn't want to be in a relationship with her at all. The manga had been pretty comedic up until this point. It's mostly about the boy taking wild steps to keep the girl his friend while not also wanting to hold up. Interesting. Like that kind of looked like Croven. And that girl's giving me Mary vibes. So what crazy things is Croven trying to do to keep us safe? Is he madly in love with me? I say me, like I'm Mary, but I feel like it. So is he madly in love with me? While also not wanting it to evolve into more, or even see what he has feelings for her. It never explains why he doesn't want to date her, just that he doesn't. But now it appears the girl has grown feelings for him in return, making things all the more complicated. And it looks like the boy was ready to confess why he felt the way he did. I was completely immersed as I turned the page, only to be met with... Oh, how terrible. Someone had vandalized the page with some sort of black paint or nail polish scene. I turned to the next page to make sure the rest of the book was alright. Sure enough, the other page was scribbled in black, except for one. There was a drawing on it, what looked like some kind of writing underneath. It made me feel disappointed. I don't know. I know it's not all that uncommon for edgy teenagers to write in books and all, but still, this belongs to the library. You shouldn't damage it. I tried to look on the bright side and think maybe it was the donation to the library instead. Let someone find that book so you can find a book somewhere else so you can read it, because I want to know. Still though, did no one check to see this book was in good shape to be donated? Well, there was nothing I could do about it now. I made a mental note to tell the library of the damaged book when I went next, and flipped back through the beginning pages to make sure I didn't miss any other marks. But when I did... Huh? The page I was just on looked nothing like before? All the characters... It was like they were looking straight at me. I turned the page and it was the same. All eyes were on me. Completely startled, I had thrown the book away from me, but I didn't see where I was throwing. In panic, I had thrown the book right into the fire. Mary. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I wanted to save it, but it was too late. Putting the fire out wouldn't have saved it. It was already pitch black and burning into ash. I smacked myself in the head. I was always so careful with library books, and now I let one get completely destroyed. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Even though the book was beyond rescue, I still had to clean up the fireplace now. I sighed and gathered the proper tools to clean. Kneeling in front of the fireplace, I heard my phone go off. I picked it up shortly after, worried that it might have been Croven needing something important. It was Reginald once again. Hello, Mary. How are you feeling today? Me? I'm okay, I guess. Are you sure? I still feel terrible about what happened the other day. What do you mean? When you got stuck, remember? Or, well, perhaps it's better if I don't remember, if you don't remember. Well, anyways, I've been feeling pretty awful about that. I was thinking of ways I could make it up to you somehow, and luckily an opportunity has recently presented itself. Oh, you don't have to do anything. Really, it's alright. Please, I think you'll really like it. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. In fact, I'd say it was meant to be. It's so perfect for you after all. You see, I was recently invited to a funeral. And who better to invite with me than you? Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you feeling alright? Oh, yes, no need to worry. It was no one close, just someone I used to know a long, long time ago. I hadn't seen him in ages, so it surprised even me, that I was invited. But since I thought you'd like to come. You do like these events, right? Well, I guess I can't deny that I do. But are you really sure it's okay for me to come? Of course. I think if anyone can put the fun in funerals, it's you. Oh my gosh, man. Ah, shucks. Please don't tell me this is working. Look, hey, these two are made for each other, man. Reginald forwarded me the details of the funeral and told me where I'd be meeting him. Despite our area's pretty cemetery, this funeral was going to be entirely in a church. I had never been to a funeral in a church before. Interesting. Each one I've attended has been outside. Like the whole thing was just outside? Or you mean you've never been to a funeral service? Well, I guess it would make sense her not being to a funeral service because she hasn't been invited to any funerals, I think. And it's a lot easier to walk into one that's held outdoors. But now I was invited, and I could not deny. I did feel a little excited. Is that bad? I've never really gone to churches, but they've always seemed so pretty from the outside. I just never had a reason to go. But now I do. I kept in touch with Reginald until that day, always double checking the details such as the time and location. I didn't want to be late or hold anything up or cause any disruption. Reginald kept assuring me that it would be alright though. And he'd wait outside for me so I wouldn't get lost either. On the day of the funeral, I wore my usual attire. It's one of the great things about dressing like this. It's always funeral ready. I mean, that's not the only reason I dress like this. I just like the color black a lot. But I think red is still my favorite color. Probably. When I turned down the street, the church was on. I spotted Reginald standing on the front steps. He spotted me returning and gave me a polite wave as he waited for me to reach him. Why, don't you look nice? Reginald, I always look like this. Oh, really? I'm just wearing what I always do. Yes, I know. But it's a nice look for you. Oh, right. Here, take this. Reginald handed me a small package of tissues. I know you're not one to cry at these events, but just in case. Oh, thank you. That's very considerate of you. Do you think you'll need them too? Oh, no. I'm not much of a crier, I'm afraid. Besides, I think it's hard to be sad with you around. This man is like, dang, this man is smitten with me, eh? Reginald opened the door for me and I stepped inside. I'd always admired the building from outside, but never been inside before. The ceiling towered above us. The walls were clean. They've been jumping, screwed. Did I read that? I don't know. He gestured to the direction we'd be heading in for the service. There was a lot of people, and that made me happy. We all herded into the room, everyone looking for a proper pew to sit in, with a nice enough view of the priest. I sat down in the closest open spot to me, and almost immediately I felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Whoa. I'm not sure what caused it, or why it was happening, but it was as if the world was ending. Somehow. I don't know. I just couldn't place this overwhelming sense of doom that I was feeling. I looked around. It seemed like no one else was experiencing it, but it was so prominent to me, almost tangible, like a heavy weight that was sinking into your shoulders, or loud music that reverberated through your bones. The ceilings were so high, and I had plenty of room to sit, and yet I felt so terribly claustrophobic. I couldn't even hear what the priest was saying, or rather I could hear it, but I felt as if I couldn't listen properly, as if they were speaking underwater. What was this feeling? It was making me feel sick. I felt the temples of my head start to throb the more time went on, and each muffled noise that coursed its way across the room somehow gave me a sense of nausea, as if the vibrations of the sound were causing me to feel dizzy. Something wasn't right. That's all I could think to myself. I felt almost paralyzed in my seat as the bad feelings continued, so on and so forth. It was hard to describe exactly how it felt. Was this a stroke? Oh Lord, a heart attack? I couldn't pinpoint this feeling. I just knew that something wasn't right. I wasn't even sure how to handle these feelings. It was as if I had entered some kind of dreamlike state. As if what I was feeling, everything around me was all some sort of elaborate dream. It was scary and claustrophobic. I felt like I had tunnel vision and the world around me was becoming blurred. All the noises around me felt so muffled and yet so loud. It made my ears ring. And all the while, the only message my brain was feeding me was that something wasn't right. I didn't want to be disrespectful to the service or anything, but I had to leave. At least just leave this room. How long had this gone on anyways? It felt like it had been hours, but that couldn't have been the case. I think I was just feeling really sick, and that's why I eventually worked up the strength to exit the room. Things didn't seem quite as close in when I did, but I still felt tidal waves of nausea rush over me every few moments. I couldn't understand what was causing this to happen. I felt terrified. In my dizzy state, I stumbled about until I found a bathroom. I went inside. The lights were bright and fluorescent in contrast to the rest of the church. The buzzing noise and stark whiteness of the room did not help my condition at all, as if overloading my senses even more. Luckily, I was already in front of a toilet, and when my sickness got the better of me, I threw up. And something definitely was not right. Whatever I had puked into the toilet was unlike anything I had ever seen before. It was pure black. What are you, Mary? 'Cause how did that come out of you? And it glistened oddly in the light. Like, is this a hallucination? Is something going on? Is something possessing you? Like, what's going on? Like ink or tar. Did this really come out of me just now? Or am I just seeing things? This feeling of nausea still hasn't left. I knock on the door. I wasn't given much time to inspect it further, but truthfully I didn't know if I wanted to. I had to be just seeing things, right? I told whoever was outside that I would be just a minute. I flushed the toilet and wiped the seat with toilet paper. All that murky, inky black water came up clear again after I had flushed it. I washed my hands and cleaned myself up at the sink before heading out there again. As I exited the bathroom, I was greeted by a lady and gentleman standing right in front of me. Oh, goodness, you startled me. I'm so sorry, and I apologize for the wait. Please go ahead. Oh, that's quite alright. I just wanted to fix my makeup before we head out for dinner. Will you be joining us too? Huh? We saw you in the service there with us. Everyone was invited to come join us for dinner later. Sorry for appearing rude, but who are you anyways? You're not some kind of crasher, right? Huh? What do you mean? How are you related to the deceased? Who did you come here with? Oh, that's just because I'm actually just... I'm Reginald's girlfriend. I didn't want to cause any trouble leaving the service in the middle of it. I just wasn't feeling all that great, so I took off on my own. And I don't know where he is right now, but I'll see him soon, I'm sure. Okay, I gotta cut the short. Sorry.